Hello, this is the RPG Crawler. I am just about ready to head out of Elmshore in my playthrough of Pillars of Eternity when I got a notification. Not that notification. A notification of my stronghold. It says, Azuro has arrived, offering to sell you Wormwool for 1,400 copper pieces. It was nearly set upon by brigands on the road, but your patrols intervened. What is Wormwool? Okay. What's Wormwool? It's unique medium armor. Fine, burn-proof, slash-proof, max endurance bonus. But the DR is kind of weak. I think that might actually be worth it though at 1,400. Let's purchase it. And then because my attack resolution is pretty much almost there, I need to get back to Caed Nua. So instead of going directly to Hearthsong, I'm going to run all the way back to Caed Nua, resolve the attack, and then head all the way back to Hearthsong. Okay, so back in my stronghold. First of all, I just realized my botanical gardens are now complete. I should have hooked them up like a couple days ago to construct something else. And then Kana finished the escort mission that I couldn't be bothered with. So yay! Let's get an upgrade in the queue again. Artificer's Hall? Yes. And then let's go ahead and resolve the fight. Manual resolve. Alright, looks like it's a actually looks like a really easy fight. Hold on. Who's this? Grieving Mother. Grieving Mother. Eder. Durance is going to come up here. Sagani is going to stay in the back, but her fox is going to come up here. And the rest kind of sort themselves out. Ow, what the hell, man? I didn't know these things shot things. Oh yeah, they do. They've always spit. They go down so quick, though. Oh, fuck, the trolls are coming around back. RPG Crawler, can you crowd control these guys? I think you can. Did that go off? Yeah, that went off. Yay.
Not getting through me.
Troll is badly injured. They're on my Orlin. Let's turn them into a cat. Come on. Turn my druid into a tank. And how did that... That only lasted like a split second. God damn. Come on, this guy's just marauding in my rear. Totally not what I meant to sound like. Come on. Oh, even my little pig wants to help. That's cute. Okay. Oh, there's another ooze over there? What the hell, man? Come on, let's get on this troll. Come on. Let's kill this shit. This was supposed to be a much easier fight than it ended up being. It's all because those trolls ignored my front line and just walked around the back. It's like they were using some sort of artificial intelligence.
So much for you.
Come on. Okay. Just need this last one. And it should be a win. Man, this thing is taking forever to die. Alright, that's a win, and we can consider this keep. Of course, it fades out before I can loot anything. And here I am. Oh, it actually put me here, so I can loot it. I like how it's doing that. I think that may be something they added in a recent patch. I'm not 100% sure about that. All right, let's check out any rewards I might have gotten for recent quests. There's Wormwool. And the other shit. And there we go. I guess I'm going to rest and head back. This is getting to the point where it can be a little bit annoying because I'm running back and forth to my stronghold. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do the tower bonus again, because perception is actually pretty good. And then we're going to head out. And we're going to head to... we're going to head to that area that I keep forgetting the name of. I know how helpful that is. Alright, I get here and I immediately get another stronghold update. Artificer's Hall, construction completed. Is there anything left that I haven't built? There's gotta be. Damn, I've got this thing almost finished. Okay, I need Bright Hollow Hearth and Bright Hollow Courtyard Pool. I'll get the hearth done first. Okay. And it'll only take one day, and then my last upgrade after that. So this looks like a town. The Passage of the Six. Hearthsong Market. Builder's Hearth. Glanfathan Home. Old Song District. Glanfathan Home. Old Song District. And nothing. Oh, Celestial Sapling. That's the place I need to take that guy's thing to. Search Twin Elms for signs of Theos. Estramar, still.
Tread carefully, Estramar.
The warrior saunters over, a sneer of suspicion visible beneath streaks of paint. Another fugitive from the burning city? The 6 tribes of Glanfath welcome you to Twin Elms. Before you lies the Hearthsong District. You are free to explore it, but do not let your feet stray into other districts. They are forbidden to Estramoran. What can you tell me about Twin Elms? This city is sacred to all Glanfathans. It is the place where our ancestors first encountered the Builders. That fateful meeting turned our people from generations of wandering to a permanent home among the Builders' relics. When the Builders commanded us to settle here, they allowed us the unique privilege to live amongst their structures here. It is the only place in Glanfath where this is permitted. The sacred city is divided into 4 districts. Hearthsong, the Commons District. Old Song, the site of our temples. Elms Reach, home of Delemgen and the Druids. And the Burial Isle, which is the most sacred place in the city, and also gives me flashbacks to Icewind Dale. Anyway, I'd like to hear about Hearthsong. This is Hearthsong. It's a place where Glanfathans and Estramorn may gather together. It is also the site of the Passage of the Six, where our tribal leaders, the Anamfatha, meet. That way is the market. Guard your purse there. No one bargains like a Glanfathan. And if you need a place to stay, follow the fence to the east. There you will find the way to the Celestial Sapling. Tell me about Elms Reach. There lies Ter Evren, one of the only towers of the Builders still in perfect condition. 2 great elm trees twine about it. Even the mightiest works of the gods protect the works of the Builders. 2 Delemgan sisters dwell there now. The Hall of Warriors stands at the other end of the district. Rumor has it that Anamfath, Seamok of the 3-tusked Stalgar, is there now. And man, these names! Holy fuck, I hate these names. I mean, I get it. They add a lot to the atmosphere of the game, but I can't pronounce them for shit. Elms Reach is also where the Druids keep their halls. There are the Ovates of the Golden Grove and Ethek Null of Blood Sands. Many shudder at the brutal sacrifices of the Ethic Null, but High Ovate Arona is just as powerful in her own way. My watcher friend, I would be honored to accompany you to Elms Reach to meet those druids, though I'm a bit wary of any circle with a reputation for brutal sacrifices. Which temples lie in Old Song? There is Noonfrost, which is dedicated to Rimmergand. A group of pale elves from the frozen Southlands arrived not long ago to oversee it. There is also the Nest, a temple of Hylia, and Galwain's Maw, a den of beasts dedicated to the hunter god. The route to Burial Isle also lies that way. Do you know anything about the Burial Isle? It is the place where our Anamfatha are laid to rest amongst the stones placed by the builders. They say the souls of some of the Anamfatha linger there still. That way lies through Old Song. It is the holiest place in all of Twin Elms. That's all I wanted to know. And who are the builders? You know them as the Glanfathans. To us they are the builders, creators of the sacred places that we guard to this day. Why is it forbidden to enter the remaining districts? Twin Elms is a sacred city, built where the first keepers of the stone met the builders. It exists alongside the works of the builders, and is the only place in all of Glanfath where it is permitted to set foot amongst these sacred places. The Estremorn, however, do not have proper respect for the stones here. His words trigger something in your memory. You see an image of a perfect cube of Adra. Just as quickly, the image fades. A leader of one of the tribes could give you the permission of the city. Only Anamfeth Bethwal is present in the passage of the Six today, and she has her own troubles. I haven't heard of the Keepers of the Stone. The oldest of the 6 tribes, up the stairs and into the passage of the 6. This is where our Anamfatha gather. Bethel, the Anamfatha of the Guided Compass, can tell you more. I'll keep your words in mind. I think that's about it. Best that you keep your visit brief. Word has reached our ears that the riots have ended and the gates of Defiance Bay have opened once more, and I can go to Defiance Bay again to continue my shit, but I don't necessarily know that I'd want to. Well, let's head in.
Where the famous hunters of Glanfath dwell?
Okay. So we've got an Estremarn intruder. Kind of overhearing it as I pass. Got some gold names. Whoops. Got some gold names. And which I'm not going to investigate right now. Hunters, some kids. It's actually a busy city. It's actually children here. Holy shit. That's actually something to note. Because there aren't supposed to be any kids being born. Okay. Let's cross this area and head to the... Got a Direwooden noble. And another random noble. Celestial Spring. Is this where I'm supposed to bring that... that note? Is this a gold name or not? Here we go. She'll pay that which she'll... You there, have you come to trade with the savages? Learn from my example and take your business elsewhere. Liars, cheats, swindlers. That duplicitous bitch, Alari, she claimed to be selling Elard Golan flower buds. But all I have now is 6 bushels of common houseplants. The herbs are useless. I'll get my money back from that swindling savage. What is Elard Gola? Elard Gola is a plant that grows in the jungles of Glanfath. When dried and consumed or brewed into a tea, it's known to enhance one's drive for the better pleasures in life. What did Alari say when you confronted her? You tested the remedy on yourself? Well, how can I sell a remedy that I have not tested? Of course I tried the herb. Imagine what would have happened if I peddled this pale imitation. The herb did not have its intended effect. The only thing it made hard was not vomiting. What did Alari say when you confronted her? Nothing of substance. She defended herself, of course, saying the herbs were legitimate. Why wouldn't she lie? No one will value my word over hers. Alari can lie with impunity when surrounded by her gangs of savage thugs. Now what do you intend to do about this? When I get my hands on... I'm in the savage's home court, so it's my word against hers. Where does that leave me? I'd be a fool to threaten her out here on tribal soil. I cannot sell this worthless herb to my coin to recover my coin, and I am powerless to confront Alari. I don't suppose, if you were willing to mediate, perhaps you could succeed where I failed. I would, of course, pay you handsomely for your troubles. I'll see what I can do. And we've got a named ogre here, a Rotuk. But I'm going to check over here with this dear wooden noble. And it's absolutely nobody I need to talk to. So this leads to an entire different area. Celestial Spring, which I'm going to have to check out at some point. Because I got something that goes there. Let's map this entire area out first, though. Just cruising along, looking for people. What's this? The guard places his spear between you and the path that leads beyond the gates. Still, Estremor, the rest of the city is forbidden except by order of one of the Glanfathans. Trespassing in Twin Elms is punishable by death. Okay, how do I get permission? You can always find one of the Glanfathans in the Passage of the Six. Perhaps Glanfath Bethwell will listen if she can tolerate your barbaric language. Is this something I can take? Well, I've got no stealing sign. Yep, looks like I'm just going to grab it. You know, by all rights, I should be able to just slaughter my way through here, but I guess that's frowned upon. That's something back here, but that would be stealing. Ah, some things are stealing and some things aren't. How interesting. Well, you know, I don't have to map this place out. I just have to cruise along, find any events, so to speak. Okay, and this one's going to stop me too. Okay, I'll just walk away. Do not need to ask a second time. Come on. I guess that will lead up to the... Yeah, that'll lead up to the top. Here we go. And I'll go to the Hall of the Six last of all. Okay. That's not at all what I would need to do. What's this? A home? Yeah, that's a home. What does it say? The pedestal's shadow creeps around the dais. So I guess it's like a sundial. There's kids here. Did the builders make such grand things where you live? Yeah, but they didn't. How do these guys have kids? They're like immune to the whole Widewind's legacy thing, right? Hearthsong Market, which I will go into, but not yet. I think this is about almost done with this circuit. I'll head into the Hall of Six or whatever, the Passage of the Six. Lorelei Rosethorn. Is it a gold name? Yeah, that's a gold name. And let's head in. Alright, I'm in the Passage of the Six, which I guess is just a straight shot up. Hold on. My Orlin is chiming up with some useful information. Keepers, compass, crane, stalgars, arrows, and brambles. In this hall, all 6 Glanfathan tribes come together as one people. Or at least tradition suggests we try to behave as one. Oh, so my Orlin is a Glanfathan. That's interesting. I did not know that. I did not realize that. I probably should have. And here we go.
Another Estremor. What do you want?
Okay. Careful. This woman's young for an elder and looking to prove herself, I think. I'm looking for another who passed through the city.
You Estramoran are given the freedom of our sacred city. That you ask for this person is suspicious. There are reasons we don't let you Estramoran roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
Let's try and offer her our help. You're having some kind of trouble? Maybe I can help. I'm afraid not.
Looters have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the 3 Tusk Stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
Suddenly, you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. The Amenempheth continue to glare at you, but something has stepped out of her skin. It reaches out to you.
Permitting more strangers the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamphath Shemak doesn't sit in the passage of the Six today. He would not be so kind as I.
And, whoa, here we go. A vision of an Orlan man appears near Bethel. He has the same green-brown fur and hazel eyes as she does. Help me reason with him. He points behind you. Turning, you see the ghostly shapes of 5 other Anamphatha. Another Orlan who with tawny fur and a scarred face, a frowning dwarf, a black-furred Orlan, and 2 elves. You're the leader of the Gilded Compass. I thought your tribe was more open to outsiders. Indeed, and it has earned us little respect from our peers. These are not times when trust comes easily. The spectral Orlan takes another step from her, setting his foot down with a slow, heavy motion. Tendrils of essence strain between them, and he grimaces and leans forward as if struggling against a gale. The angry Amenempheth winces. War, the spectral Orlan's voice is a rasping croak. They're headed for war. Remind them of Ferwalt's warning. Does Ferwalt's warning mean anything to you? Ferwalt's soul image gasps. Taut threads of essence tug at him, drawing him back into the Amenempheth. He looks up at you again. I tried to tell them. The Builder's souls have touched even the Estramorn.
You'd better explain yourself.
The Builder's souls have touched even the Estramorn.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galuth on Anams, a watcher of souls.
Feralt tried to warn the other tribes about something. What was it?
Feralt's warning came before the Broken Stone War. Feralt, my ancestor on my mother's side, was Anamphath of our tribe then.
Anamphath, okay.
When the Estramoric farmers defiled the builders' monuments, Feralt urged the other Anamphatha to patience. But louder, angrier voices prevailed.
You know, sometimes I'm hearing that even the voice actors are having a little bit of difficulty pronouncing some of these names.
That the invaders could be taught to respect the builders as we do. He also believed the builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
Okay. After 2 wars with the Deerwood, his warning is more relevant than ever.
While Feralt's words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
An image of a polished Aedra cube flashes into your mind. There is writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for you to read it. The Amenempheth turns away from you and looks at the ground, gnawing a pointed claw. So give them something else to remember. I'm afraid I already
Another
have.
Estremor came through here a few days ago, and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat. The guided
So it
compass
sounds like
tribe has a reputation
we
for
found
being too soft
Theos.
with Estremoran. One that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
That sounds like the man I came here to stop.
I won't repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar twin elms from Estremoran to protect the ancient places that the builders left behind. The builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it. On this much, at least the 6 tribes agree.
You again see the polished Aedra cornerstone in your mind. This time the image is clearer. Each face of the stone is inscribed with a phrase you know by heart. You feel your lips form words. A gift from the builders of civilization to the guardians of their legacy. May the guardians watch the door while the builders keep the key.
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
What do they mean? They mean that Feralt's words may indeed be true.
Very well. The city is yours to explore.
Yay!
Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the guided compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Everon in Elms Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
And I've got access to the rest of the city. Okay. In the meantime, I shall be here to assist you. I'd like to know more about you. I am the Anamenfath of the Guided Compass. Like many Anamfatha, I have leadership in my blood. While tribal authority is not strictly hereditary, we believe that strong leaders can impart a portion of their soul to their children and grandchildren, meaning that Anamfatha may succeed from a single line for many generations. Of course, with all that's happened here lately, I've wondered whether my family's line is coming to an end with me. And what are the 6 tribes? Glanfathan society is divided into tribes, which are further divided into clans. Each tribe is united by a particular history or way of life, and clans are communities of families that live together. In truth, there are more than 6 tribes, but the 6 largest have traditionally led the others. Each of the 6 has a seat here in the Passage of the 6, where we discuss the matters of common interest. You saw, for instance, the debate that occurred before the Broken Stone War. The 6 tribes are the Keepers of the Stone, Fisher Crane, 3-Tusked Stalgar, Stone Bramble, Twice Split Arrows, and of course the Guided Compass. Who are the Keepers of the Stone? They are the first and oldest of the tribes. When they first sailed to Glanfath, they met the builders, who gave them the cornerstone and those words you quoted as a token of friendship. Many of the tribes, even among the 6, look to the Keepers for guidance and leadership. Their long history grants them a place of honor in our society, though it has also made them more conservative in my observation. I'd like to hear about the Fisher Crane. A mostly Orland tribe from Thane Bog. Most of the sites they guard are half buried in the wetlands, and even the other tribes couldn't tell you where they are. They are not the most renowned of tribes, but they are the cleverest and subtlest. Say what you will about the berserkers of the 3-Tusked Stalgar, I'd rather face them than a Fisher Crane ambush squad any day. They're named after a long-necked bird that lives in the bog. It can stand motionless for hours, waiting for a muck frog or a spotted salamander, but when it strikes, it's faster than anything. Am I going to really go through all of these? I guess so. 3-Tusked Stalgar, same as everybody, they're fearless maniacs, and they want everyone to know it. They are considered a wild bunch, even amongst Glanfathans. Many of their territories have seen the most conflict with the Estremorn, and they don't forget it. They don't want anyone else to, either. They inflicted and bore some of the heaviest casualties in the war with the Estremorn. In fact, there was a rift within the 3-Tusked Stalgar after the War of the Black Trees. Dozens of clans broke away from the ravaged lands and retreated further into the Deerwood, joining whichever tribes would take them. Broken Tusks, some call them. The majority of the tribe dug into the half-burned forests to hold the line, and many respect them for it. They've more than earned their place amongst the 6, but they advocate more conflict than is wise. after too many others are quick to idolize them for their valor in battle. About the stone bramble? Mostly dwarves out of the White Marsh. They're one of the younger tribes, formed over the years by trade routes between the wilds and the mountains. They see themselves as genuinely Glanfathan, though, and who can argue with them? Only Fisher Crane defend sites in such inhospitable territory. Personally, though, I'd say it's gone to their heads. They like to think the rest of us have it easy in the lowlands, forgetting that the wars with the Estremorn never reached their mountains. Still, they came to our aid during both. Their name for a tough, thorny little plant that grows up in the mountains. It suits them. And the thrice-split arrows, which I've actually not heard of before this point. Not many are. They're traditionally outcasts and exiles from other tribes, probably the least respected tribe of them all. But our ancestors believe they should have a voice, and so they've got a seat amongst the sixth. Most of the other tribes see them as scavengers and bottom feeders, but don't say that to a twice-split arrow. They think themselves survivors, and they're as proud of their tribe as anyone else. They'll accept anyone, and I suppose there's virtue in that. You never know what you're getting with them, though. Some clans will rob you blind, and others will slaughter a land for the honor of your visit. And finally, the guided compass. Indeed, we're one of the younger tribes, and not one of the most prestigious. We've tried to keep the peace with the Estremorn, which has earned us the reputation of appeasers amongst some of our hardline brethren in Three Tusks, Stalgar, and the Keepers of the Stone. We value our heritage as Glanfathans, but we recognize the Estremorn are here to stay. The way we see it, we can better follow our mandate to protect the place of the builders by making peace with our neighbors. I think that's about it. That's all I need to know from them. So what I'm going to do now is, first of all, before I head into Elms Reach, I'm going to go over to what is it? Where did I need to deliver that sealed missive? To the Brothers of His Order in the Celestial Sapling, an inn located within the Twin Elms. The Celestial Sapling is down here. So let's head to it. I'll turn that quest in and I'll probably break the episode. Alright, let's see. The Celestial Sapling. I'm not going to do a full run around in here. I'm just going to try to find where I need to turn this scroll in. So I've got to find some sort of monks. And I ain't having any luck with that right now. Let's go ahead and ask the bartender about them. Or wait, let's head back here. Is there anybody over here? Here we go, the High Monk.
Hello!
The monk massages his temples, his face buried in his palm. As you approach, he looks up. This room needs a proper door. My brothers and I rented this space that we may have some measure of privacy in this foreign land. Perhaps you could find another room here at the inn. I met another monk in robes like your own. He died of his wounds right as I found him. Robes like ours, you say? Was he carrying anything? Did he tell you anything? Hand you anything? Please, we've been waiting for another of our order to meet us here, and if you found him... he gave me this missive. Hand me that. I mean, please, this is of great importance. My brethren, the Archmartyr has sent word. At long last, we now have what we need. Huh? Thank you, stranger. Your honest soul is to be applauded. I admit I was surprised. When you handed me the message, I expected the seals to be broken. I'm glad to see common decency is not yet lost from this world. Here, your honesty must be rewarded. Twin Elms, moderate positive. And I got some experience. And I've got an Alia Brachia, which I have no idea what that is. I have so much shit in my inventory. I need to, like, seriously just go through here and figure out what everything is. It has been many episodes since I've done that. A small shield, fine in reflection, which is completely useless to me right now. But hey, I can sell it for money. And before I get into the next section, I am going to cut the episode here. So, this has been the RPG Crawler with Pillars of Eternity. If you like what you've seen, remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and Goodbye.